I don't think SEMA has my correct address. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, new week, new video. Let's get you caught up on what we did in the last video. The last thing you saw, we completed the jail cell. We started with a little bit of interior. Now, it's not what I want to do, but because my paint's back ordered, I got to do something, and it's all got to get done. We put the headliner in, or the overhead console. We have dome lights here, and you know they connect back there also. We have the fiber optics, and yeah, there are remotes. I'm just not grabbing them. They do a bunch of different things. We have the strip lights, and they go all the way to the back. What else? Awning lights. They're out there. There's going to be 2 awning lights on the gull wing, and then 1 on each of the rear doors that are gull winged also. So we have the rock light still, fog lights, and the horn. And the air horn I had hooked up, took it off. That's definitely not going on again until after paint. So in this video, also found some old valve covers. Kind of polished them up. I think they'll make some pretty good door sills because they do match the valve covers that are underneath there. So today I think we're going to start the interior on the back. I don't know if I want to exactly put the fabric up, but we're going to spray adhesive this material, our insulation, onto the walls, and that'll pretty much lock up this window so shit won't be getting in there. I'll go back, cut it out later when I put the bubble in. We might start on the stereo, and what else? Maybe we'll do the rock lights. So first thing I gotta do is put the hydraulics back in the doors so they'll stay open, and see you in a minute. Check out this cool sticker I got today. Oh yeah. We're gonna be circling back to that. Alright, I didn't record this because it was kind of boring, but as you can see, we got the back all insulated. I even did all back here. So that's going to help us out when we paint because it's just less areas that we got to tape up. Moving on. Alright, now that the installation's all done, we are moving on to the stereo system. So just a little FYI, I never had any speakers in the door, so I had to drill a hole. But I think you should know that there's a double wall here. There's another wall about 1 inch back. So I drilled a hole. I was fighting with it, couldn't get it. So I had to just drill a little pilot hole, and then I brought my drill. I just went up through the speaker hole I cut and drilled through the second wall. So yeah, kind of sucked, really tight, but it worked. And we're gonna rinse and repeat and do the other side. Okay, next day here. As you can see, we were up late last night. We got the entire stereo system all wired in. It's ready to go. We only have these speakers here and these speakers here hooked up for right now, because we can't do the door speakers yet. We can't put them in because we still need access to put all the glass and everything back in the door. So we're not going to worry about those. We might finish off the gull wings though. Maybe put those speakers in. We'll put our lights in there. Maybe later today we'll go in the back. We'll put the lights in there. I can put a lot of these panels on. I don't want to. I'm basically just going to tape them up and plastic them. I mean, I'm also going to go through and I'm going to tape all the doors, and I use this material here as a gasket, which, you know, it didn't let any primer in, so I could just roll with this, but, you know. So we're going to run downstairs. We're going to grab the dash. All I got to do here is just throw the power wire for the stereo into the fuse box, and we try it out. I cannot hook up the camera at this point because the camera, there's a hole in the roll pan that it runs through, and I just don't want the camera just flopping out the roll pan. So, but we could try it. So let me go get the dash, clean it up, and set her in place. Let me go connect the battery. See what we get. Ooh, we got something starting. All right, I'm gonna let this load up, figure it out, and see you in a minute. All right, I'm calling this a victory. As you can see, we are all hooked up. Stereo. It's actually a really nice stereo. I found this thing on Amazon for like 150 bucks. 11-inch screen. I have it connected to my phone with some non-copyright music on it.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with just these 4 speakers up front. Also, we go over here to AV in. You see we got the camera. I'm calling that a win right there. So all I gotta do for the camera is run this, which I have a spot where I can run it. It'll come right up to the stereo. That's not a problem. And then just power. See, I'm just rolling with another battery for power right now, but these 2 wires, positive, negative, just, you know, plug it into your reverse lamp. Now, I'm not sure if I have a reverse lamp, so for me to get power, I could just run a wire so I could run this all the time, or I could connect it to my brake light, because if I'm backing up, I'm going to have the brakes on pretty much the entire time anyway. We'll see. I mean, I gotta run this wire anyway. I might as well just run a wire with it. Pretty cool. So I think we're going to move on. We're going to start the panels on the going while we're waiting for our antenna. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not, but yeah, before I bolt all this in, I had to put an antenna in, which, you know, now that I look at it, I might be able to get to it pretty easy. I don't know. You can see I put the GPS antenna over there, and the other antenna is going right above it. So once that's done, we get this all bolted in, and then we can fire her up and just start connecting all this shit. Like, yeah, we got a lot to do. Let's get going. All right, so I came up with a really simple solution for the camera. Remember that spare I ran? Well, I had it laying around. So, where I got my 1 spare, now I just hit the toggle, and we got our camera. So, yeah, I think I'm going to roll with that. Works for me. Alright guys, I don't know if I ever showed you these. I use these little solder wire seals. They're like heat shrink with a little bit of solder inside. I use them on pretty much every single connection. They work very well. You just butt them together. And you can use a heat gun, you can use a lighter. Solder melts and you got a nice good seal. And if it's the right size wire, it's watertight. Takes about 20 seconds or so. And you can actually see the solder melt. And they're pretty cheap. Picked up a whole pack, assorted off of Amazon for, I don't know, they were cheap. But yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, I'm not sure how well you can see, but if you look really close, you can see that the solder is melted inside there. Pretty cool. Alright, so moving right along, I figured we might as well throw the awning lights back here. So to do that, we're going to be drilling through the top of the door and here, but here we do have a double wall. So we're going to have to drill 2 holes, drop the wire in from underneath, and go through. So I'm going to get started on that, and let's see where we end up. Okay, I am open for suggestions here. I got to get the wire in that hole, and then I got to run it down the rail and come out down there. Now this side I had a nice hole here to start with, so this side was easy. This side, not so much. And this is kind of compressed. It was a little bit of a bitch over here, so I can't go this way. So I got to get down here, and I got to figure out how. Should be a good time. Well, that took longer than it should have. Had to put my damn engineering degree to work on that. So I ended up using this little thin strip of plastic. It was pliable enough to make it around the bend, and got us to where we needed to be. As you can see, this side's all hooked up, ready to try the awning light, and we got our runs ran. So let's get this connected and see if they work. You guys missed it. We almost had a fire, but not van related. My drill caught on fire. Yeah, good times, but I got a spare. So we were pretty much done with the overhead console. And then I decided, originally I was going to run separate lights for the motor compartment. And I decided I might as well put them on the awning lights out there. So, of course, the awning lights are the only lights that aren't, you know, they're right in the ceiling. They don't go down the pillar. So, I think I'm going to drop this down. Try to get another wire down the pillar. That'll be a good time. Although I have a plan. I have a spare wire. I'm going to pull that up with the wire. And then drop a line down and run it, because I do have 2 more of these cool lights. So, I figure it'll be good enough. I was originally going to use my rock lights, but I figure if I'm like out at a cruise night or something, I'll probably have the awning lights on anyway, so I might as well light up the motor compartment. So I'm going to drop this down. Thank God I made it hinged. Oh, that would suck if I did it any other way. And we'll go from there. All right, I'm not going to lie. That was a lot easier than I was expecting. I mean, it kind of went right up. Let's give these a shot. So, in case you're wondering why I keep this unplugged, it's because the switches light up. I have to put like a main toggle switch on. I know I explained it at another point, but if I were to leave it on, these switches would be on all the time. So, dome, fiber, yep, strip. Here we go. Oh yeah. So just picture these. These are just going to be laying down right on top of the motor cover, because I do have like one piece of acrylic on my motor cover that you can't see at all. So I'm going to turn these upside down. They'll shine down on the motor. Because let's face it, I mean, if I'm hanging out at a car show, I'm going to have all the awning lights on. Might as well show off the motor. So we're going to go in the house. We're going to find another part. Or should I put the dash back together? I think I'm done with that. Yeah, I did, in case anyone was wondering, I had to rerun a brake line. So, in case you ever need it, just go to the back of the brake. There's a little plug down there. It's the one in the front. That's the one you want to run off of. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to put the dash in for the last time, hopefully. Let me get on that. Another day, another product brought to you from China. So we're pretty much wrapping up the electronics today on free candy, and we got these little rock lights to put in. So there's 8 of them total, 4 on each side. So what I'm going to do is I measured the wheelbase. I got 9 feet. So 1 in the back, then 3 feet, then 3 feet, and then 1 in the front above the tire. So really not a whole lot to see here. I don't want to bore you guys, so instead I'm just going to get underneath and struggle, because I know the front end's going to suck. And show you guys when they're done. That just sounds a lot funner. I'm not going to lie, I just got the worst double whammy ever. Underneath the van drilling, and a piece of metal falls. It's hot, hits me in the eye. Right, not my eyeball, right above it, so it's burning. I slide myself out, and I scissor myself right on this brace here. Imagine both legs. Whack! Yeah, that sucked. I'm taking a break. Alright, not sure how well you can see, but you got the lights all ran down the rail. One thing I did, all this junk is like IP 365 rated or whatever it is, but I threw this little electrical box in here and I just jammed all the electronics in it, so theoretically, I think I can go try this out. So, let me get out from under the van. Oh, that's what I was talking about before. You don't want to do that. So, let me connect power to the battery and see if these work. Alright, so of course the rock lights did not work when I powered them on. And I realized that there's a little stupid toggle switch that I must have hit off. But, now, let's turn them on. Actually, let me find the remote. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. Let me turn off my the awning lights. Man, they really do brighten it up back there. All right. Now let's look at this remote. See what we got. Well, that ain't bad. And of course you could do just any one color. Oh, that just screams pull me over. And that's just white. Yeah, so this is like this was an 8 light kit. Oh, that's definitely definitely creepy. I like it. So yeah, pretty happy. And it's still light out. We think of something to do next. Alright guys, admit it. You didn't think I was gonna put a cover on it. But there it is. It'll work right up until it doesn't. So in the meantime, camouflage. I can't breathe. Alright guys, so here is my vision for free candy. We have pretty much all the electronics installed, as you've seen throughout the video. With the exception of the fog lights, because they're just 2 yellow lights that nothing really to see there, and I can't do those till after I paint. So for the most part, this is it. Wish I could play you guys some music, but I'd end up with a copyright strike, of course, because that's happened before. So that's going to do it, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to follow the build, because, oh, once again, we are, changing gears, because we got the paint in. So that's going to be coming up really soon. So, guys, thanks for watching, and get off the couch and get in the garage. Oh shit, I originally bought these as mud flaps, but I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty damn good as floor mats. Totally 80s.